There are a number of simple architectural features that you could include in your design just to make your house look that little bit more real. And these are simple things that people put in houses. And the reason why they put them in is it's incredibly hard to make it look nice with just straight edges of plaster. So we have things like architraves, and those are the extra pieces of wood that go around the frame of a door. Skirting boards, which are the lines or the wood that go around the edge between the floor and the wall. Exposed roof beams, if you want to do that sort of thing, which we won't do until we've actually done the advanced roofing or the skillioned roof. And we're going to also think about things like decorative windows, like your old style windows where there's lots of little panes instead of one big pane, for example. In this video, I'm just going to show you a simple way of doing things like architraves and windows so that you can put those into your design. So let's actually put a window on the front of our house here. So I've got a window on the front section here. First thing I'm going to do is draw a rectangle. I'm going to draw that rectangle around the outside now, being very careful when I'm drawing my rectangle not to lock it to anything. Once again, those blue things can be annoying. There it is there. I'm going to decide on a size for my architraves that make sense. So I'm going to set the distance around here to here of, let's go 3 millimeters. And we'll do that all the way around. And from here to here, 3 millimeters. And from here to here is 3 millimeters. And I don't need this to stick out much. I'm going to hit stop sketch and I'm going to bring that out a bit. So I'm going to look at that from a slightly angle and I'm going to bring it out maybe 1 millimeter to see what that looks like. You can join it or you can make it a new body. That's up to you. I'm going to make mine a new body because it does bring some advantages when we're painting it. So it's a new body there. It's grey now. I'm going to go for appearances now and open up that. And I'm going to use a wood grain that I haven't used yet. I'm going to use an oak finish there on that. And if I apply that to the whole body, it's got a whole oak finish all the way around. Now, it doesn't go all the way through for the window there. So basically, I've still got the blue section there. If I need it to change color, I can change it color. But let's add instead a window. So to add a window, we're going to make our window, let's just go with 1 millimeter thick in the program. And we're going to basically construct our window on a plane at the midpoint. So this is 3 millimeters wide. There's going to be a 1 millimeter window in the middle of that. So let's construct an offset plane off this plane of -1. So it's going to start inside there. So now if I draw a rectangle on that plane there, if I just draw it somewhere inside this rectangle, doesn't really matter, and press stop sketch, I've got that rectangle there. I now press modify to create this window and go back -1, making sure that it's a new body. Okay. And now I've got this, I've boarded it up. It's like I've created a board to board it up. So what I need to do is go into appearance, and there is a whole section of appearance called glass. There it is right at the top. And I do like my smooth glass for this one. Just go for clear glass. You can go for a colored glass if you want, but just clear glass will be fine at the moment. And now I've put a glass window there, and you can see that that works there, like so, as quite a nice sort of design. I'm going to close this off so I can see it a bit better. And you can work with your windows all the way around and do the same sort of deal all the way around in order to get that nice effect for every single one. So I now have it all done in terms of all my windows. Now if I actually go from model to render, I'll get a better idea of what it's going to look like. And the render gives me ability to see what it will look like as the final product roughly. I don't like the colors very much. The colors in this app aren't the best. And if I do an in-canvas render, it will actually start to pixelate it and then actually start making it nice. It's probably not going to do it while I'm actually, oh yeah, that is actually going to do it. You can see there we've got some rendering happening. This is going to take a fair few minutes to actually get that nice. But that's basically what it's going to look like as if it was pitched up on a big flat white surface. So it's not the best view, but it's actually a pretty good view of what it will look like. I'm going to hit stop on that now, so I don't have to worry about what that's going to look like. Let's go back to model. So we've got the ability to add those extra features in there like windows, and you can see that it does actually make it nice and able to go through. When we print this out, you're going to have to turn the windows off. You're not going to be able to do the windows. So these bodies here, you probably should label them. So that's, an architrave, that's a window, that sort of thing. So you need to go through and label them. Front window, architrave, and so forth. That's it's just a window. Front. Be quite descriptive in these ones. Deck, architrave, door, architrave. And if you've got time, you want to do this on the inside as well with skirting boards, that sort of stuff. Side window, architrave. I'm not spelling this right, I'm pretty sure. Side window, architrave, back window, and there's a window and a window. Doesn't really matter because we're not going to be editing windows differently. They're all going to be the same sort of glass. But basically, we've got that all labeled up. What's this one? It's also a window. Making sure that there's nothing in there that says body. Otherwise, that will get confusing. I keep on typing that in and pressing enter. There we go. Doesn't like the same thing. That's called a widow. Doesn't really matter as long as we can tell what they are, and when it gets time to actually looking at them in Blender. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to make the roof a little bit nicer from the inside, which will be important for your 3D render in your VR view.